though it's just its second year, I actually think it's one of the most important things we do. It's not very often that we get to enter into the experience of other people, and that's what this does. It allows us to become someone else and to literally walk in their shoes or to sleep in the circumstances that they sleep, and I think that's the most powerful learning we can offer.
So the students in the Leadership Education and Development third tier are actually in charge of running this program, and they came up with the idea and have developed the whole evening.
You know, we through the educational events that we went through last year, and then through the Sleep Out itself, there was that kind of sense of how homelessness doesn't happen just because people make bad choices or mistakes in their life. It can happen because of circumstances that are out of our control. And so what was most heartbreaking, I think, about the stories we heard was just that sense of how it impacts everyone and how connected we all are as human beings.
We learned that the average age of someone who was homeless is 9. It was hugely impactful. And then the other thing I was going to mention is that we have AU students who have actually been homeless, and that's always, I think, something that hits very close to home for us.
I think it starts out as an adventure, and maybe even it feels like it'll be kind of fun. But I think as it moves on, it becomes an intense learning experience. As you experience the cold or the dampness and you realize that there are people who live like that every night, then it reminds us how fortunate we are.
Last year, actually, I know of a few people that would actually change their major, or they even volunteered at the Hesed House after to help the less fortunate. And I think that alone is a very powerful statement, because for something to change somebody's whole major and their whole way of looking at life, I think is just an impactful thing, especially for, you know, students of the 21st century.
One thing that I particularly love about Aurora University is the fact that we consider learning to go beyond the classroom. And so when our students graduate, they not only have, you know, all the credit hours you have to have, but they also have learned how to be a citizen, and they've learned how to participate in the community. And so events like Sleep Out on the Quad is a perfect opportunity. I think our students learn a lot. I certainly learn a lot from them.
I definitely feel like there's more awareness now because of events like this. I definitely feel like people are more willing to learn about it, and I think people are anxious to learn, you know, the day in life of a homeless person. So I definitely think that there's more awareness. I'm really surprised at the amount of people that came out and, you know, supported.
Outside looking in again, you know, some people see it as a pajama party, but whether you see it as a pajama party or not, after you go through it and you look back, you say, that was just, you know, nothing I've ever experienced. And I think that with that kind of mindset, that everybody should at least attempt to sleep out in the quad the whole night, you know, brave the freezing weather. Well, it may not be freezing, but, you know, brave the weather at least, and see what it's like to be in someone else's shoes for a day.